I was asked to give some advice on working with friends while babysitting, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It is Lydia, thanks for joining me. And in today's video, we're going to chat about working with another babysitter. All things good, all things bad. Do I recommend it? Have I done it? All the things. So I first want to start off by saying, when you work with somebody else, or if you work with somebody else, another babysitter, you got to remember this is not social hour, it is a job. Kids come first. Be engaging with the kids. This is not, oh, I get to spend time with my friends while making money. That's not how it is. The job comes first. Now, let's chat about the terms and conditions. So it is a perfect time to do this. It is a perfect time to buddy up with somebody who also babysits. And with the holidays coming up, there's a lot of families who need two babysitters to watch a group of kids. They're all going to holiday parties or hosting holiday parties that are not kid friendly. So it's a perfect time to do it. However, there's a lot that goes into it and a lot that needs to be talked about between you and the other person that's working with you before you actually even step foot in the job. I have done this in the past. There are times that it's worked well, and there's some times that I've learned from my experience and have changed things moving forward. But I have learned, so I'll give you the example. I went on a trip with a family. They asked me to go on this trip with them, and they asked if I could bring a second pair of hands. I was working with 3 infants and 3 toddlers. Obviously, I couldn't do it by myself. I was more than welcome to find somebody to bring along with me. I brought my best friend from my childhood. I love her. We work well together, or so I thought. And it was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be fun. I ended up taking most of the work. I fed and changed everybody. I put everybody to sleep, whatever. I also have way more experience than she does in the childcare realm. I have certifications that she doesn't, and it ended up that we got paid the same amount. I don't think that was very fair. I love her to death. I still see her. We joke about that time all the time of like, yeah, she realizes she didn't do a lot. She doesn't really like kids, and it's okay not to like kids. But I learned from that experience to talk about those terms and conditions before even getting to the job. So if you're working with somebody who has less experience than you, less certifications, if you were the one that marketed and found the job for yourself, or taking a lot of the work, there is room for you to make a little bit more than that second person. Also, who's doing what jobs? Who are you delegating jobs to? There was a time that I worked with another babysitter, and we actually assigned children to each other. Like I think there was 6 kids, so she got 3, I got 3. And we were in charge of changing their diapers, feeding them, and like attending to them if they had scraped their knee or stuff like that. So I got 3 children and she got 3 children. That didn't mean that those 3 children were not allowed to play with her 3 children. It just meant that if that child needed something, I was the one to do it. So there's a couple different ways you can do it, but that's the way that I've seen work or I've done myself. Now, do I recommend babysitting with another person for non-group activities or not during the holidays? I prefer to work by myself. I just know that all the hard work that I'm putting in, I'm going to get compensated for. I know how I like to work and what I like to do. I know how to get kids to do things that I want them to do without having to push really hard to get them to do it. Every babysitter works a little bit differently, and I just have found that I work best alone. Now, if you need to work with another person because of your comfort or because of a parent's comfort, do so. Don't lose out on a job. If I had a family come to me and say, look, we have 4 kids, we think we want 2 sitters to work, I would not go against that. If that's what they're comfortable with, I would let them know, hey, I just want to let you know in the past I have worked with 4 on my own. I do feel comfortable with the ages of these children, but totally understand if you'd like a second pair of hands. And if they go ahead and say, yes, I would like a second pair of hands, I do so. I don't not take on the job. Do I prefer to work alone? Sure. But do I turn down jobs that I'm not working alone? No, I take on the job. But if you're younger and you're working with a young age and you feel comfortable having a second pair of hands there, go for it. That'll build that confidence, and like as you watch that child, you can take on more of the work, and that second person can do less and less until you feel comfortable that next job that they want to book you, that you can do it on your own. I think it's a great build of confidence. And if you need that, go for it. I'm not discouraging it. I know I just said that I prefer to work alone and I don't like working with other people, and my clients know that. My clients know that I can handle a good amount of children. I'm good with all ages and with multiples, so they don't usually ask me to find a second pair of hands. However, I do make it a point to market that is what I am offering during the holidays, because if you don't market it, they don't know you do it, right? My clients wouldn't really ask for that because they know I'm not really open to it the rest of the year. So by marketing it, they understand like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for us to get together, have a bunch of kids under one roof, and Lydia and a second person will come and do activities with the kids. So also make sure you're marketing and letting them know that you will be doing activities with the kids. Bring your craft kits. And if you haven't seen that video about craft kits, I'll link that down in the description below. But it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to, for you and whoever you're working with, to really hit that market, hit that niche. So I'm not opposed to working with others, but I don't prefer it. It's like candy. Some like sweet, some like sour, and there's no wrong answer. However, I do believe that if you do work with other babysitters, there's so much learning to be done between you two, but there's also differences that you're going to find. There's a different way that I nanny or babysit than my friend who nannies. There's just a huge difference in different things, but also I learn tips and tricks from them. So if you guys have any other questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.